A very good morning to you. It's Friday morning. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning here in Manchester. Blue skies, little fluffy clouds, delightful. Just hope it bodes well for the weekend. Just a short video, I think, this morning. It's something that has been pushed to the front of my mind by something that happened here this morning. I think I've mentioned previously that I am fortunate to live in actually quite a nice little area away from our main town here in Tameside, Greater Manchester. We are, or I am, surrounded by swathes of grassland, farmland, lots of trees, etc. Now today somebody in an adjoining road was unfortunate enough to require the services of the air ambulance service here in Manchester. So I heard an aircraft of some description circling over my property today. Now we do occasionally get the police helicopter when they're out on training exercises coming over here, but rarely see the air ambulance. So it was quite a surprise to actually see it circling my property, and then even more of a surprise when I saw it land on some adjacent grassland. Now the point I'm going to make here is kind of society based, and from what I can gather, what I now consider to be a bit of an issue with society is global. So we had a situation where a poor person was so ill that a road-going ambulance was not the order of the day, and they were needed to fly to some specialist centre here, probably in Greater Manchester. We are fortunate to have quite a number of teaching hospitals with very high-tech equipment. So the aircraft landed, and within, I guess, about 30 to 45 seconds of the helicopter landing, people started arriving. Now I appreciate that a helicopter landing in a residential area is something that's not the usual course of events during everyday life. But then, of course, what starts happening then is that people start getting their mobile phones out and videoing this. And then, of course, what happens is that the paramedic goes to the property in question, I assume therefore stabilises the patient to enable that patient to be put in the helicopter and taken off to the care centre wherever they're going to need the treatment. Now, that being put aside, I have a question, and I do hope you reply to this, because a lot of this will be seen on YouTube, and I have no doubt that what has been filmed by people today will appear on YouTube, and that is what is wrong with society that we now feel, or certain sections of society now feel it's perfectly alright and indeed required to film other people's tragedies. And I know that's a dramatic word, but if you've got somebody who's ill enough to require to be flown from your front door to a treatment centre, I guess that can be called a tragedy. As time went on, the group of people grew. In fact, not a neighbour, but somebody who I know who lives down the road from me, literally actively drove up from their property and parked their car adjacent to the gate which leads on to the grassland, to specifically watch and film this course of events. So what is it about this voyeuristic streak that seems to have developed in the modern day world? Is it that we all now have the availability of a camera with us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Is it that? Is it that because there are any number of programs circulating around the world where people put on display their dirty laundry for people to see family arguments, marital disputes, infidelity disputes, and so on and so forth around the world? Is it that people yearn to see the bad side of life? Is it just an extension of what there has always been, where you're going to have a section of society who are nosy, who want to intrude in every aspect of every other person's life, but should other people want to intrude into their life, they would feel their nose being squarely and fairly put out of joint? I find it actually quite distasteful, to be perfectly honest with you. It's something I would never dream of doing. I watched for a couple of minutes out of fascination that a helicopter should literally land 10 yards from my front door. I perhaps thought it was somebody coming to, fly me away. Maybe the NSA had caught on to my video making, and I'd mentioned something that was the run against US security considerations. But I am a little bit despondent about a society who feels that we, as viewers of YouTube and other video streaming outlets out there, feel that we need to know what's going on regarding the minutiae of other people's lives. And I'm sure that the family of the person who was being flown away, all they wanted was the best care and treatment for their family member, and for that family member to be put in the air ambulance as soon as possible, to be taken away for treatment as quickly as possible, and probably felt quite intruded upon by all these onlookers with their mobile phones in hand. I think it's quite shameful, to be perfectly honest. I find it distasteful, shameful, and part of the ongoing degradation of society. So I guess that's it for this one. I just wanted to put out there my views of this little bit of excitement stroke tragedy that had happened literally on my front door this morning. Let me know. I would be interested to get your slant on this. As I always say, it would be lovely to see a video from you outlining what your thoughts on this, and if you feel that we have every right to film other people's tragedy. Whether you feel that the availability of a video camera in your pocket essentially is a good thing. I can understand if, for a traffic accident that maybe you're involved in and you want to take video or photos for insurance evidence, it's fine. But other than that, filming other people's pain, discomfort and unhappiness, really? So, as always, put your comments down below. I would love you to make a video in reply to this and let me know if you disagree, why you justify it, how you can justify it, and drop me a link down below. Other than that, that's it for this one. There will be more today, but I just had to put this one out there. Thank you very much for watching this nonsense, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.